I've collected over 250 Lego dogs. And in this video, I'll be taking a closer look at all of them, from smallest to biggest, and seeing which rare dogs are still missing from my collection. Starting with the smallest Lego dog ever, this guy. This is the puppy mold I use in Lego Friends. And as you'll see all throughout this video, they come in way more colors and designs than I currently have, but there are some crazy colors that came in, as I said in the main video, these weird blind boxes that came with the Lego Friends minifigure, some pieces inside, and a random colored dog that kind of introduced kids to gambling at a young age. And my favorite one of these is the Dalmatian one, because I kind of have a whole thing with Dalmatians. I kind of like bought like 101 of them for a stupid joke, and it's just so crazy to see just a pile of them. They cost $3.50 each, so you can do the math there. But they came with this Cruella de Vil minifigure from the Disney 100 CMF line. And maybe it's the sunk cost fallacy, but this is definitely in the contender of my favorite Lego dog of all time. Please comment below which one is your favorite. But we're moving on to Chihuahuas. I love these little guys. This one came in the Series 24 Aristocrat minifigure. We call her Marie. We call him Archibald. He does bark in French. Oui. But then they also have this nougat colored Chihuahua, and there's actually a third one. It's like a nougat Chihuahua, but he's angry. I decided not to get that one, unfortunately. These guys definitely don't have as much detail as a Dalmatian, obviously, but they're still a cool little mold, and it's cute that you can hold them like in their hands. I love that. But they're not as cute as these next dogs, the German Shepherd puppies. We'll get to plenty more German Shepherds later on, but this mold was introduced recently in the Lego City Police line, and then this one was used in the D&D series with the Aarakocra Ranger. But they're just so cute with the tiny little proportions and the little stubby tails in the back. I love these guys. And then I don't know if you can count this as a dog, but it is a balloon dog, so I thought it was such a cool piece to include. They come in a lot of other colors too, but blue was just the cheapest I was able to find. Some of them are like $5 a piece on Bricklink. I don't know why. That's more expensive than like some of the other dogs. But I decided to pair him with this clown minifigure from Series 1. I don't know, did a CMF ever come with one of these? Maybe in Series 18? I don't know. We're kind of going through these faster than I expected, but there's just not a lot to say about each of these. These are the Schnauzer or Terriers from Lego Friends, and I love how furry they are. You can't even see their legs, with some eyes printed in the more cartoony style of Lego Friends. I prefer the system Lego styles, but these ones actually work well enough with them where they don't like stand out too much like mini dolls would. And the same could definitely be said for these pugs. I love these guys. This is from a Lego Friends Advent calendar. He pairs really well with another dog coming up later. This one, I don't know. This is from like the Animal Rescue set. I'm not gonna say where all the Friends sets are specifically. We'll mostly focus on if they come with a CMF minifigure, but these ones are again for those blind bags. This is a Rottweiler, just a vanilla pug. This is the ghost dog Spencer from Lego Hidden Side. Now, I'm not the hugest fan of Hidden Side. The boxes are so ugly. They had this terrible gimmick with the phone, the apps that's no longer supported. You can kind of see what the set looks like on the back of the side, but they had all this thing with like the colors and all that. But you know, Spencer is cute. I love how he's like marbled. So he's like half white and then he's dual mold printed, whatever, dual molded to be clear on the underside. That's so cool. It has like such a ghostly effect. Like you can literally see right through him in the middle there. He's kind of hollow. But next we have the French Bulldogs. The first one I believe came with this stereotypical French CMF minifigure. This one was from the Pooper Scooper minifigure, which we'll see a little bit later. This one I think was just the build a minifig wall, and then this one, the most recent one, came in Series 26 with this Rocket Retro Girl. And I know I said, oh, I might build a dog factory for Series 26. I already built it in 25, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with 26. That's a whole thing. We'll not get into that now. What we will get into is another CMF dog. This is a robot dog. I love his little like pixelated dog face with these wheels with the treads. He's got a little robot tail on the back that actually doubles as a handle for the Engineer Girl minifigure from Series 19 to use. Can anyone who knows binary translate this? I'm guessing it just says Lego, but I'm not positive. For all I know, it just says taco or alligator or something. Anyways, this can't be the only robot dog we have. So this is something I built in the Mech Factory video using these paw print things. I think I called him Barky. Then there's like, wait, there's other dog printed tiles that we can make to build Woofy. And the greatest thing about these things is that we added these little pieces on the back, these like posable studs to look like little robot tails. So now they have, this reminds me of like the Club Penguin, they added dog puffles and cat puffles to the game, and they just had weird like anatomy. This is very much like that. But speaking of Club Penguin, we've got these Terriers next. I don't know, are these meant to be the same species? Like they kind of look similar. These are maybe Schnauzers, these is Terriers. I don't know, but I do know that this one came with this CMF, the dog show winner, with this really cool printed dog trophy. He's got his blue ribbon on there, a little dog treat in his pocket. You know, we could all use a little bit of dog treats to get dogs to do what we want sometimes, or like our build sometimes. But then this one came with Dorothy, the random like Wizard of Oz. They just, in the Lego Movie 2 CMF line, they just randomly included the Wizard of Oz characters because they were in the movie for like 5 seconds, and they're like, you know what, why not? Let's throw them in there. And they're actually really well done with like the ruby red slippers and like this cloth printed dress piece. And then Toto even has some additional printing on the side that these chumps don't have. So you know what, I am glad that they randomly included these characters for 5 seconds in the Lego Movie 2, because we got these amazing figures out of it. But you know what's more amazing is paraplegic dogs. I don't know. It's really cool that they made this piece, because like I know there's several dogs who can't use their back legs, and so they make these really, it's just really cool engineering how they have like the little wheels on them. To me it looks cute. I know it's like sad that the dogs can't walk, but at least with the Lego version there's not like any real world implications. This one's like all scratched up or whatever, and it has like different colored wheels. I think these are all meant to be the same dog in the Lego Friends cinematic universe, but you'll have to let me know because I'm not well versed in that much recently. But what I am well versed on are these things. I don't know what, these are also Lego Friends, and they almost look like bunny rabbits. They have these long dangly ears, and this is the one that the poor dog that Farmer Wilkerson kept like kicking in the farm episode. And you may remember that he had the Glizzatron and the hot dog maker machine, and I said it was for a future company event. That was the entire reason I had to do the hot dog eating contest in the dog video, because like for continuity reasons. So a little bit of trivia for you there. And then this might be the dog with the absolute most variations in it. It's just the bog standard Lego Friends dog. I think one of the very first ones they did. I don't think I included this one in the video, but I definitely included the colored ones. The Dalmatian, of course, which by the way has like a weird music note spot on it. I don't know if that's like a genetic deformity or something, or just they painted it on there, but again, Lego Friends lore, I'm not caught up on that. But this one I think is probably from a Disney thing, because it has like a more cartoonish face. And then this one, for whatever reason, reminds me of like Thanos with like the chin. I think the printing doesn't go far enough down, so like it looks like it has a much stronger chin than it. Maybe that's just me. I should probably move on. I don't know what I'm talking about. Gonna move on to more things I don't know what I'm talking about. These are apparently, I got a very angry comment calling these Pumpkin and Daisy. Maybe that's the order that they're called, but you know, this is maybe more orange, like a pumpkin. I called them weird looking things. I do apologize, but like they have like the crazy giant eyes with like the 2 sparkles. I'm okay with 1 sparkle in the eye, you know? These Lego Friends characters, they have 1 sparkle. When we get to 2 sparkles and especially 3 sparkles, we're getting kind of close to like anime territory, and I try to stay away from that kind of thing. But you know, besides the eyes, they are kind of cute. I do like the little tongue sticking out of that, and like just the fancy hair, they work perfectly in the salon. And then this hole, you can accessorize them with all sorts of bows and sunglasses from the Lego Friends line. I don't know why'd you put sunglasses on their tail, but we're gonna roll with it. This next one's quite literally a lone wolf. I think besides the Dalmatian at the beginning, this is the first one that we've had that's just this one variation with no other ones. It almost looks like a skunk near the back here with a tail, but again, we got the cute little Friends face with the little white line down the middle. Very fun. And then we got poodles. So I know these are very, very similar. We have like, they're the same color. The only difference is like, I guess the eye color is different. These have like very similar. This is like a pink collar. This is a pink sash. They're very different. And then this one has like a blue collar. So it's almost identical. But then these ones all have the same collar, but they have different colors. So I really like this one in particular, like the aqua blue one, and then this one too. These ones look very unrealistic, especially the yellow one, but they added some fun visual variety to the dog collection. Ooh, I love all their tails like that. That's fun. We got the first of many super dogs coming up later. This is little baby Crypto from Lego, was it Lego Friends or Lego DC Superhero Girls or something like that? We got the printed on chest thing, a little cape thing. This is just one piece. The ones later have 2 different pieces that they're built with, and it's really cool. But for now, we gotta get through a few more Lego Friends dogs. These are the deputy, the nurse, and this just guy that they're all sitting. I love how they're sitting like this. They have like the cutest little like shaped heads, and they fit perfectly on like a dog-shaped chair, for example. I wonder if there's any more of these ones. I spent so long researching for this video, scrolling through a million Bricklink pages and stores and dog pictures. I know I definitely didn't get them all. There were some on my list that I really wanted, like some crazy ones from Belleville, Scala, and there's a whole bunch of Duplo ones I didn't get. It would be really interesting to tally up just how many unique Lego dogs there are, if you're counting the very minute details like these poodle printed collars, for example. Obviously, I was able to get to 100 easily enough enough, but you could probably get to 200 or even 300 unique dogs. Maybe if you're like really loose with it. But anyways, another contender from our favorite Lego dog is Doug. I love how they did the collar on this one that allows him to speak in the movie. He's dual molded with his nose, his collar, and his underside all being that dark brown color, which pairs really nicely with the tan. He has the perfect little shape. Maybe he should have been like a little bit darker. Like, you think this nougat color would have suited it better? Probably not. This is probably the best color they could have worked with. But he comes in one of my favorite sets of recent memory, the Up House that came with Carl and Doug. No, that comes with Russell and Carl. Lego sets are always getting bigger and more expensive, so it's very nice to have a smaller, more affordable set like this. I think this was only $50, which is still a lot, like the Disney tax or whatever, but like it's not $500 like some other properties that they do. You get the minifigures and the dog and this really cool set all for a tiny little package that you can keep, and you don't have to like buy furniture to display it. So I will advocate for these sets all day long. I know this isn't a dog, but I also have some of these squirrels here because Doug is very interested in squirrels. We've got the gray one, the black one, and the brown one, or orangish kind of reddish brown. I did not expect my video to get so many likes so quickly. I said 100,000 likes and I do 100 Lego cats, which maybe was a bad idea, but that kind of became the running joke with my brother as I was working on this video. We were just thinking of like the dumbest animals to do 100 with. So like, what if we do 100 squirrels? I think there's like 10 at most, but maybe like 100 bears, 100 raccoons. Comment below which animal you'd like me to do 100 of. 100 pigs. I made a list. There's like 40, there's like 50 at most. If you go way back to like Fabuland or whatever. I don't know why I'm getting into all this. This isn't even a dog. Let's get on to the next one. Speaking of pigs, we got the wiener dogs. I love these little guys. This one actually also came in that Pooper Cooper minifigure, which by the way, what a package you get with that. You get 2 different dogs, one of which is brand new, a shovel and a piece of poop. Now that's what I call a bargain. But then this one I think came in the Build a Minifig wall as well. And he's got some like nice little printing on his nose there. That's kind of fun. But I love how long they are. They're just comically long, it's just like in real life. I hate how these dogs are spelled though. I can never get it right. So comment Dachshund below. Just try. Don't even look it up. Just comment Dachshund. See if you can spell it right. No one can, I promise. These dogs are a lot easier to spell because they just stole the name of a male cow. But this one actually I didn't include in the video because it was a little bit too similar with this one. Just the collar is different. And there were already 2 bulldogs that were the same color in the Ruffian Gang. I didn't want to add a third. But this one is completely different. I love how all their collars are different, by the way, red, teal, and blue. And he's got this amazing, like, this is what I think of when I think of like a boxer, or maybe this is what I think of, but regardless, it's a good looking dog. Speaking of which, these are probably my favorite dog in real life. The Lego ones, maybe not that super interesting. They've got a chocolate lab, sort of like a reddish lab with one eye closed. This is Lucky from the Marvel Series 2 Kate Bishop Hawkeye minifigure person lady, and then a yellow lab. But Lego, if you're watching this, please, please, please make a black Lego lab. I have one in real life and he is the best thing ever. His name is Roscoe and he would really appreciate having himself immortalized in plastic form. You know what? Let's start a movement. Let's start a hashtag. Let's call it Lego Black Lab in the comments, or tag Lego on Twitter or something. I don't know. I just want one. These next ones are probably also labs, but they're wearing clothes. We've got the firefighter one with the fire pattern on it, the police dog one with the police thing on it. This is kind of just like a general emergency thing, so I made him a doctor. And then this one is the one I promised to get in my Christmas special. Oops, it came from the Lego City Advent Calendar, and he's wearing a Christmas sweater, a dog sweater, if you will. These are great. I am noticing a distinct lack of black labs here. I remember one time we tried to have him wear clothes and that did not go well. He peed on the shirt. But moving briskly along, we have the husky dogs. This is like the standard husky. This is like a red husky. I don't think I've ever seen one of these in real life, but it's kind of cool how they have like the marbled. All of these are like marbled. And when I say marbled like that, I mean 2 different colors of plastic that are kind of interspersed, like all swirly like this in one single piece. It looks so cool. I wish Lego would do it more often because it creates such a cool effect. And then this one with the light gray has the bright blue eyes. His name is King. He came in the Snow Guardian minifigure from Series 22. What a throwback. This is such a good minifigure. And it comes with a dog. Wow. In comparison, this minifigure from Series 25 is a little bit less impressive, I guess, just for medieval fans like me. She's just like from the modern age, and like that's kind of boring. Like this is his sword, this is her sword. Like, come on, she doesn't even have a shield. But her dog is a lot cooler and is brand new. Another one of these like furry dogs where you can't hardly see the legs. I think it's called an Afghan dog, which I love his long ears. I love his little goofy nose. The camera never like focuses on him because he's just the weirdest little proportions. But yeah, I named her Cheryl and him Teddy, and they made some fantastic main characters in the dog video, even if she didn't get like a proper full house or whatever. Sorry about that. But it's on to the German Shepherds, or at least most of these are German Shepherds. They're all the same mold that we mentioned earlier. This one is, maybe this one is, that might be, I think I used this as a dingo in my zoo video actually. We got a Dalmatian. This is Dante. I love his goofy little tongue from the Coco Disney minifigure. Wonder Dog from, I think, I looked it up. I tried to figure out like who actually owns this in like the DC comics or whatever. It might have just been a character invented for the Lego Batman movie or like some of the Lego games. I couldn't find some concrete details on it. But he's got this cool cape. Unlike the later superhero dogs, his head does not pop off. You just kind of have to like carefully take the cape. It's like kind of got a wider hole that can fit just enough around his ears and stretch to the point where it feels like you're damaging it, but I don't think it is. Let's just leave that on for now though. And then this dog is another one that I decided to take out of the main video just because of how similar these looked. I love how like this has the golden printing eyes. I don't know if this is from Harry Potter or what. This one has very like striking white eyes with like kind of a print. I love when they do the fur print like that. Just they look the exact same. And like, for example, these German Shepherds are the same color, but they look very different at first glance. This one has so much more patterning on the nose and the side. Whereas if you see these two at first glance, they look the exact same. And I was trying to avoid that in the video. But speaking of looking the exact same, I actually have a lot of these guys. I acquired some Lego City sets from a Facebook Marketplace purchase. And so I have a lot of German Shepherd dogs. When I did that eating contest in the 100 dogs video, I said the very best eaters. No, those are just the dogs I had the most duplicates of. Obviously this one, obviously the Dalmatians, but then I also had a couple of French Bulldogs, these little wolf things, and the next dog we're taking a look at, which is the old version of Lego dogs. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first molded dog that Lego ever made. Comes in brown, gray, I think red was another color that I didn't end up getting. Maybe some of those are just like test molds that weren't actually supposed to be made or released or whatever. But instead of having the eyes printed on, they actually have it drilled into the side of the head. It's part of the actual mold, which reminds me so much of the old Lego parrots. Like these two look like they're like from the exact same timeline with the eyes drilled in like that. I think this is meant to be like a stone parrot. Maybe this is meant to be a stone dog. It's like a dog statue or something like that. Who knows? But what I do know is Santa's Little Helper is kind of like the dumbest name for a dog ever. I know this came from like the Simpsons Christmas special, but like there's gotta be a better name for a dog. It's iconic for sure. The design is definitely iconic. I love the little droopy up nose thing. I don't know. I also don't know that much about the Simpsons. I know like Homer is technically the owner of it, but this is Maggie. She was the one who came in they did 2 series of Simpsons minifigures. They did a giant house set, a giant Quickie Mart set. I think they're doing like a Quickie Burger set actually coming up here. So maybe there's some Lego Simpsons videos on the horizons if I do some more research. Maybe, I don't know. I do love, by the way, how this is like a torso. So you can put like normal minifigure legs just like onto Maggie for some reason. It's so goofy. Anyways, what's not goofy is another Lego Friends dog that's all scratched up. They did so many like Lego Animal Hospital sets that they had to make so many dogs that like the wheelchair, the one missing eyes completely, or this one that's scratched up. These are like maybe the Lego Friends version of like a Labrador. So we've got a yellow one and no black lab still. And this is like a Burmese mountain dog almost kind of looking thing. The back of it's pretty plain, but the head looks a lot like a Burmese mountain dog. And then we've got 3 crazy unique molds back to back to back. This is, I don't even know what his name is. The ghost dog from Nightmare Before Christmas. He's got a Lego pumpkin on the very tip of his nose. That's so cool. It's all like rubbery, so his ears are all rubbery, and he's just very cool. This cost me $30, but that is cheaper than buying the entire set. I think the set was $200. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this now. I might resell it, but it is cool to have both different styles of ghost dogs because they're very high production value. Just like the Lego wolf. I hate how the Wolfpack CMF has been scalped to oblivion. You can't find it in any stores, and they're all marked up 5 times the value by scalpers. But the wolf itself is very cool. I wish it was more accessible, but that's a whole topic for a different video. I keep dropping it, but he has like different molded layers of the fuzz. If you go back to like the husky dogs, they don't have any molded fuzz. I did notice that this dog has like printed on fuzz, but this guy's got all the fuzz and his tail's all fuzzy. He's such a cool dog. Would you call a wolf a dog? I'm gonna call a wolf a dog. And a little printing on the nose there. I know I've gushed about this already in my unboxing for Series 27, but I'm gonna gush some more. And then, oh boy, this is just showing my ignorance in so many pop culture things. This is from Harry Potter. I believe this is Hagrid's dog, Fluffy, or Lucky, or Chompers, or something like that. He's got a very cool printed face with all the whisker freckle sort of things and very deep set eyes. He's a Mastiff, I think. I called him a Bulldog, or maybe I didn't. but he's a very, very large dog if you compare him to like a French bulldog, for example, or even the wolf. He's a lot taller than that. These dogs are getting larger and larger and in charger. I don't know if that makes any sense, but we're moving on to the Minecraft one. This is the Minecraft wolf, and I know you can like switch it out for, you just add a plate to add like a collar to him, or does the collar go down there maybe? I don't know. But they made new versions of Minecraft dogs with dog armor and this armadillo set. I might have to pick that up. It's really very cool. And I know Minecraft added like a ton of different versions of dogs to Minecraft, so who knows? Maybe we'll see all those different ones eventually come to Lego form. Probably wouldn't be that hard because it's just the same piece. You just have to do different colors and printing. But you know what was hard? Building Snoopy in minifigure form, or minifigure scale at least. This is not a minifigure. I just had him like sleeping the entire video, which was kind of funny in its own right. He kind of looked like dead though. Shout out to this mock builder on screen. I did take heavy inspiration from their build, but yeah, it's a very simple build just with two of these dome pieces as his little belly and little nose with these ears kind of flapping down the sides. I've said it once, I'll say it again. We need Charlie Brown minifigures, either doing like a CMF line or a Lego Ideas set. I'd rather do the CMF line though, because I don't want to pay like $150 for like a set I don't care about just to get the minifigures I do care about. But you get Charlie Brown, Linus, Lucy, Schroeder with a piano. Like there's so many cool things. Snoopy, obviously, Sally. There's so much potential to get at least 12 or more in that. So please, Lego, again, I know you're not watching this, but Black Lab first, then Peanuts CMF second, please. Because of how this one turned out, I tried to stay away from too many brick-built dogs. There's a couple of very big brick-built dogs at the end of this video, but I tried to stay with like the official minifigure molded dogs. However, I got a ton of comments asking, where's Dogman? Where's Dogman? How is Dogman? Who is Dogman? I don't know who Dogman is. Apparently he's some like Captain Underpants character. Did they make a movie about him? I don't know. But I did end up making a Dogman cop minifigure pretty thing. So it's like a snot brick with like a plain minifigure head put on there, and then you should put a cop hat on him, give him a big old gun, and then call it a day pretty much. There's just like a cat character in that show or something, so the cat does not have good odds here, but there you go. There's Dogman. All the comments complaining or asking about it, you're welcome. And this was an official brick-built dog that I decided to cut for the video just because I didn't know where on earth to put him. I was gonna put him in the dog graveyard because it's like, oh, there's like monster dogs, like the werewolves and Cerberus, but like, what is this kid doing in the cemetery, you know? It's really cool. Like they did like a Unikitty CMF line and like a cartoon show and all sorts of sets with it, so he has like different expressions and like, this is Puppycorn, by the way. I don't know if I ever said that, but he's a puppy and a unicorn at the same time, kind of like a hybrid sort of guy. So it's technically by definition a dog, but it's also like a unicorn. 100 Lego unicorns. Let's go. I keep throwing these dogs off to the side, and I've created such a mess in my studio area with just all the dogs and figures and Marvel pieces I've talked about. But speaking of Marvel, we've got these DC superhero dogs. I love these things so much. Like I said before, there comes with multiple pieces. These are the exact same actually. Very smart move on Lego's part to make the bodies the same, just had to recolor them. And they have this little pole on them that actually can fit like Scooby-Doo's head. Oh wow. Baby Yoda's head, and then like a literal baby. That's so cursed. Oh no. But yeah, they have these little custom-made capes that fit perfectly around their cute little dog necks, and then collars with their logo on them. And I love Bat Dog's head in particular with his little mask there. That's so cute. Also, shout out to this dog signal like arts and crafts project I made. It's a big flashlight with a toilet paper tube taped on, and then there's clear plastic tape with, you can kind of see barely, there's Sharpie of a dog paw print on there. And then when I turn the lights off and turn this on, it makes a really cool effect. You can kind of see like the slope of the paper on my desk here. You can show it on the wall, on the floor, on the dog, on the other dog. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this now. I have absolutely no need for it, but it's very fun, and I've enjoyed it while it's lasted. I might have to take it apart though. And yeah, speaking of Scooby-Doo, I've kind of lumped these guys in with all these kind of like pop culture dogs that kind of have the same body shape, including Pluto with his little wiry rubbery tail here, and are his ears rubbery? Yes, they are rubbery. Now, this is a dog that works in yellow. I wasn't a huge fan of the poodle or this dog being in yellow, but like Pluto just makes sense in this color. It's very flashy and iconic. But the #1 most iconic dog on like all the website lists I read was Scooby-Doo. Lego made Scooby-Doo sets back in I think 2015, and they were so good, and I have got some exciting news on the horizon regarding Scooby sets. But they made a couple different variations of the Scooby, one of him where he was sitting, one of which which was he was like a pilot. Then of course Shaggy and the rest of the gang. Oh, the rest of the gang. You know, in hindsight, maybe I should have had Scooby be in the eating contest because I have so many of them. I have a couple of duplicates of other dogs too, but probably not enough to be in the contest. Why are there so many deputy dogs? But maybe it wouldn't have been a good idea to have 2 dogs be the exact same color, and I definitely have way more of these. But I love Scooby-Doo and all the cool sets and minifigures they made for them. This would be cool to bring back too. Come on, Lego. All right, here we go. Order of operations. Black Lego Lab. We got Charlie Brown's CMF line. And then a Scooby set that's affordable and not $300. Like, it's a very simple list of demands, please. It is cool to see these super dogs with their like counterpart superhero though, like all the logos match up and like the capes and all that. Very fun. Next, we've got a whole batch of relatively dog adjacent minifigures, including Jake the dog from Adventure Time. This was a very, very expensive Lego Dimensions purchase along with Finn the boy. These were each like $20 to $30. Pretty much anything Lego Dimensions will set you back that much. So I had to get a little creative with another Lego Dimensions dog later on. But yeah, this is kind of a cool piece. I love the smile on this side of the piece. He's just got the normal style backpack. It's very simple printing. This one's unfortunately cracked. But I love this head mold of Jake, and he's got his backside there. I don't know. Again, I know nothing about Adventure Time, but I do know that these are very, very cool dudes. Just like this pug costume guy, I got this amazing comment from Pug Bricks, I think his name was. He's saying like, that's my pug scout and the pug army is going to invade 25ville. So bring it on. Let the pug wars begin, if you know what I'm saying. We got the Series 4 werewolf dog. Very fun. Would you call a werewolf a dog? I'm calling it a dog, but like, would you? I don't know. This is another werewolf from Monster Hunters. I love his ripped shirt and pants and just normal belt. Very, very fun. He just goes all the way down his back. What does his back even look like? Cool. I haven't seen that for so long. But yeah, this is an amazing piece. I think they've reused it a couple times for like Series 14 minifigures and the Little Red Riding Hood pop-up book set, maybe. But anyways, kind of went out of order here. I tried to arrange them for like from shortest to tallest. Next up, we've got Rolf, who's very fun. I love his little furry printing stuff. Did I ever do a video unboxing the Muppet CMF? I didn't. I might have to do that again someday because like I want to eventually have all the unboxings on this channel, which by the way, there's a playlist up here you can click. There's so many of them on this channel. We got a new one coming up in May, the random Formula 1 car series, so check it out if you're interested. Another video I can self-promote is the Animal Crossing video I'm posting after this one. We got KK Slider here and Isabelle, 2 amazing minifigures. I love how the Animal Crossing, not to spoil that video or anything, but their heads are so amazing. They turned out just great. They look right out of the game. Just like Goofy, he looks right out of what's the Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts or whatever. Very fun. He's got a little patch on his knee. That's all I'm gonna say about Goofy. Here's the Lego Dimensions dog I was talking about. This is K9, and I'm a little gremlin. I called it from Star Trek. There was so many comments that took the bait and said, no, it's from Doctor Who. Yeah, that was the point. I just wanted people to comment. So apologies there for the slight dishonesty, but you know, it's a cool little build. And luckily I was able to build it completely just from instructions online. I just had this as a spare Lego Dimensions puck from a different thing. The only thing that was unique to that set is this printed K9 thing, and you can very clearly see that I just used my printer to recreate that. So it's kind of a cool little head. He's got like a laser eye, and I actually do like his tail. He's a lever. That's very clever. That rhymes. That's fun. This is kind of a weird looking piece. It's back from the era when Lego would like print animals or humans as like these weird like printed bricks sort of things. And I could have done more research to find like the set that this came in, but I decided to build my own brick built version of this. So we have yet another Dalmatian to add to the collection. Just like this Duplo dog. And like I said at the start, there's so many other Duplo dogs that I could have used for this video, but I just don't like how they don't fit exactly with studs. You kind of have to have a Duplo brick on top of a stud to make it fit. So I did end up getting this one too, but I didn't even have a place for it. So they're so big and bulky. If I did a Duplo dog city, that would be interesting. Building a Lego city out of Duplo? I might have to try that someday. Maybe I could include this second to last Dalmatian piece in it. It's another Duplo piece with this weird rounded corners that don't even go all the way down, but you can stick this to this, and then you can stick this to a Lego plate. So that's how you'd have to attach it to the base plates of the city. Not a great look. I ended up buying a lot of printed pieces to hopefully use in the dog video, and I barely used any of them. And maybe used one as like a poster in the salon, but like, what am I gonna do with a Duplo box of dog food? Maybe save that for the Duplo city, I suppose. But then there's like this girl with a pug shirt, like this little doggy keychain. I could have made like this ultimate pug lover, except that's Pug Bricks. We've got a hostage. Send in reinforcements. But anyways, there's more dog trophies. This is from the Lego Ideas Adventure Time set that kind of tanked because they released minifigures, which were way better than the brick built things, Mario. And then it's just a lot of random Lego Friends thing. What's at Heart? dog. We've got this thing, we've got another random hedgehog thing, and then this thing, this is really sad. It's like a missing dog poster. It has like one of those phone number things like torn off. I did use one of these in the factory. Number 1 dog. That's right. And I have no earthly idea what this is from. But we're on the home stretch now. We only have a few more dogs to go, like this Brickhead St. Bernard set. I think they also made like a German Shepherd set, yeah, too. I don't really get the appeal of Brickheads. I know they're like Funko Pop, like the collectible, like you can get all your characters and collect them and display them like very easily and with detail, whatever. But the dog ones are kind of cool. I love how much studs on the side, like gross detail you see on the inside of their heads. Again, I bought these a while ago, like wishfully thinking, oh, I could use these in the 100 dogs video, but where would I have put these? They're very fun and very cute. You can have the mom sit on the puppy's head, but yeah, it's not. These belong on a shelf. Oh wait, you can. Oh, they can do the splits. I love that. My dog kind of sits like this sometimes. But then we've got Cerberus. Actually, this might be the one that's Fluffy in Harry Potter. I know one of them's name's Fluffy. Got a lot of great use out of this one. It was in the dungeon video and it counted for 3 different dogs in the dog video. Love that. And I know a lot of you are gonna love this next dog. This is the Creator 3-in-1 dog set. If I was really ambitious, I could have bought 3 copies of this to have all the different versions of it. But there was so many comments, even more than Dogman comments, asking for a certain other dog. So we're gonna take this Beagle's head because it's the same color as a certain other character. And then I'd like to introduce you to Gloppy Dog. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen, but I kind of love it. The ears and the nose are very janky. He's already got the tongue for a dog, and so the people asked for it, and I hope the people are happy because Gloppy sure seems happy to be a dog for a day. Again, reminds me of Club Penguin, the Puffles. He's like one of the dog Puffles. Dog Gloppy. Oh, what am I doing here? And last but certainly not least, we have the biggest brick-built dogs I have. This is the Dalmatian one I built, again, for the 100 Dalmatians video. And the great thing about this one is it can open his mouth and eat all of the dogs. It's so amazing. But then I took this design and slightly modified and definitely improved it to make Clifford, the big red dog. I guess he's technically smaller, but he's the biggest in my heart. I loved Clifford as a kid. I actually had a lot of stuffed animal dogs that I still have. We got my absolute favorite stuffed animal as a kid, Daddy Puppy, Mommy Puppy, and Joshua Puppy. I named these when I was like 2. But anyway, sorry, Clifford, you can see I rounded out the mouth a lot more compared to this dog. And that was kind of by necessity because I only had 3 of these corner round bricks, so I couldn't do the exact same design as this. So I decided to modify it, add this little like sloped upturned thing. What do you call that? Like jowls, snout, divided mouth, nose thing? The mouth, of course, can still open. You cannot swallow an army of dogs, unfortunately. The nose is better. The head is a lot more rounded. Look at how much better the ears are compared to this shape of ear. He's a lot more rounded out. He's got like an actual collar that you can even remove if need be. I decided to use a combination of 1 clip joint and then 1 of these clicky joints because that gave me the perfect amount of friction to pose the head as I wanted. Some people are asking for a step-by-step tutorial. I'd never have the time to do those, but hopefully you can reverse engineer based on everything I'm showing. I'll try to take them apart as much as I possibly can. Here's the eyes, just snot bricks. The bottom of the mouth is just made with these arched bricks, and then these domes, of course. Add a little bit of support on the back of his head using some brackets, because otherwise the bottom jaw kept falling off. Tail's pretty obvious, legs are pretty obvious. Unfortunately, I don't have the paw prints that this guy has, but he's all like rounded and stuff using anti-slopes on the bottom, and then I think this is just pretty solid. Yeah, he doesn't have a stomach that he can have it, but I just love how round it is. And you can decide to keep these plates on or not. I love how like the studded texture makes him look like he has fur, but some people might prefer a smoother finish. Oh, and then we have some of these rounded panels stuck on with snot. So hopefully this gives you a clear idea how to build Clifford if you want to at home. And hopefully you enjoyed this insane video of me just waffling about all 200 plus dogs I own. It's always a ton of fun to slow down and take my time, unlike this main channel video here where I talk about all 100 dogs in like 11 minutes and build an entire city for them. It's really cool. You should check it out if you haven't already. But anyways, I've got some Animal Crossing sets to build. I'll see you next time.